Welcome to the Seahawkers Podcast with your hosts, Adam Emmert.
Oh, Brock Ewer just walked by, and look, God, Tyrone Swoops needs to get some longer shorts.
And Brandan Schultz.
I need to talk to somebody. Don't give me an online forum.
Go Hawks!
This is episode 212 of the Seahawkers Podcast. I'm Brandan Schultz of the Military Seahawkers. Joining me live at the VMAC Training Camp, my good buddy, Adam Emmert.
Dude, what better way to celebrate episode 212 than being here at the VMAC on the practice field watching the players do their thing. This is freaking sweet.
This is very sweet. I like to refer to this as our 200th anniversary of our 12th show.
Oh, that's a good way to put. Well, no, because that would be like 200 times 12, whatever that works out to be. Like 24. That'd be 2,400 episodes.
Well, no, just one episode after 12 would be our first anniversary after 12. I think it adds cumulatively. I don't think you have to multiply.
I don't math good, so however that works is fine, I guess. But I just know for episode 212, this is the best way to do it right now, just like this.
This is the best way to do it out here. Just watch Russell Wilson run into the end zone behind DJ Fluker right before, not too long after throwing a touchdown pass to Nick Vannett. So, I mean, guys just scoring touchdowns out here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, clearly this offense will be a juggernaut based on what we've seen in the first 5 minutes of our training camp experience here. So,
training camp, but even going back to the preseason game now, let's get into that a little bit.
Sure.
Preseason game on Thursday against the Colts. Now the Seahawks, they end up losing the game 19-17. But if you go just purely by first team offense, I think we won 7-6.
Right. That would be a good way to put it. Also, too, I think you had to be pretty, I don't know, I guess my expectations were lower for the offense, and so they actually beat my expectations in the preseason game, especially for the first drive out there. Offensive line actually looked pretty good. There was a pocket thingy on more than one occasion, and it turns out when you give Russell Wilson a pocket thingy, he's damn good.
Not only did we see a pocket thingy, but we saw the linemen actually inside the red zone move people out of the way and make the whole thingy for Chris Carson to run through.
We haven't talked much about whole thingies, and the reason has been is that there hasn't been any for 2-3 seasons now. So yeah, I thought that was all very positive. Those are my big takeaways from that first drive, and it just that Russell Wilson looked sharp and the receivers are on the same page. And again, this is without Doug Baldwin.
Right.
Yeah, and they still managed to move the ball, throw it effectively when everybody's wringing their hands saying that our wide receiving core is thin.
Well, and that's what we've been kind of talking about leading up to this first game, is that as long as you have Russell Wilson and he is sharp and he is healthy, then you're going to be just
9 wins.
Fine. Yeah.
That's 9 wins right there.
So
number 3 gets you 9.
Right.
Yeah, just automatically, just by virtue that he's a top-tier NFL quarterback, for sure.
And then you add on top of that an offensive line that can be competent, a running game that can be competent, and we're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'm still not sold on this running game thing.
Okay.
So that was the one thing from that first drive that I kind of was like, all right, well, we're going to have a renewed emphasis on the run, blah, 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 blah. And it was just Russell Wilson chucking it in a couple scrambles.
Until they got to the red zone, though. Then they actually ran it a couple times.
Yeah. But no, that is not the different look on offense that I was looking for. I've heard some people say that it was interesting to watch the offense kind of look like everybody else's offense in the NFL, like a normal NFL offense, rather than some of the stuff we've been running over the last couple of years. I don't know. It looked a lot like this to me last year too. A lot of throwing the ball, but
it's preseason though.
It's preseason. It's all vanilla. But I don't know. It was fun to see the players again and just pads and thumping and just real life football. That was awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be excited about this for the next week, and then it's really going to start wearing off. And then we're going to wonder when real football is going to get here. But this is okay. We can enjoy it for as long as we can enjoy it.
Yeah, I really don't see this wearing off for me, to be honest. I'm going to be excited about every preseason game for sure. But
every preseason game?
Well, except for the fourth one.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I might find a way to get excited about that.
I don't know if there's any second-string dudes on the Raiders that I'm super stoked about.
No, but you probably get to see a lot more Shaquem Griffin.
More Magoo. Let's talk a little bit about the quarterbacks that weren't Russell Wilson in that game because clearly he was fine. We didn't see the second string quarterback out there injured Russell Wilson, so that was positive.
Right. Yeah, I'm real happy about that.
And then we had third string quarterback Austin Davis, who actually drove down the field pretty well. Hit David Moore on a really nice pass down the sideline.
Yeah.
And unfortunately got to the end zone and threw a pick.
Yeah, Austin Davis has bounced around the league a bit. So, I could see why he could get confused as to which team he plays for. Because that's clearly what must have happened on that interception, because that was a terrible pick. That was really bad.
Yeah, he led the ball perfectly for the defender.
Oh, yeah, he hit him right in stride. Yeah. Put it right in the spot where only he could catch it. I mean, if he had happened to have been a Seahawk, that would have been a beautiful throw.
Right.
Yeah. And then you saw Magoo go out there and run around a little bit. He had
a lot of short passes.
Well, that's because the third string offensive line wasn't exactly getting it done either.
No.
So, I mean, he was kind of, it was out of necessity. Some of that dinking and dunking.
Hit Penny on a couple nice little checkdowns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think one thing that's kind of positive is all the rookies kind of showed out.
Really? Yeah. When you, run down the list. Penny, he didn't have the greatest day, but you saw that ability for him to kind of bust out to the edge, right, and get some positive yards. He did get hit in the backfield a lot, but like you said, the offensive line, there wasn't a lot of help there for him. I
didn't really see him flash, though. Did you?
There wasn't really that kind of opportunity, I didn't think. The part that excited me is when the play broke down in the middle and he was kind of able to bump outside and still get 4 yards.
Sure. And that's, being the scat back that we drafted him for, that's exactly what I expected out of him.
You say scat back like it's derogatory, but, wasn't Barry Sanders a scat back?
No. Well, maybe. But he was
small,
the best
elusive runner. Essentially, the definition of a scat back.
He was the greatest scat back of all time.
Okay.
Yeah. And Barry didn't really catch it. They didn't throw him the ball very often.
No.
Can you imagine in today's NFL, they'd have taken Barry Sanders, split him out wide, Marshall Faulk style, and tried to get him in space all the time. They'd have Tavon Austin the shit out of Barry Sanders back in the day.
Yeah. Unless he couldn't catch.
I don't know. What couldn't Barry Sanders do?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Chris Carson also looked good. Only had 4 carries, but averaged over 6 yards per carry on the day. Yeah,
I thought he looked explosive, and he is just a monster, man.
Announced with the starters.
I'm very excited about him, and maybe that renewed emphasis on the run game shows itself when the regular season starts and the defense is taking a pounding of Chris Carson and the DJ Flukers of the world and that sort of thing over the course of an entire game, and you see them break down by the fourth quarter. Because I really think he could be that type of back.
Well, we're getting back to the topic of rookies. How about Rasheem Green?
Yeah,
got to Andrew Luck on a sack. I think he had 1.5 sacks.
He was
on
disruptive.
The day. He was. He played a lot of the game too.
He does a really good Michael Bennett impersonation, does he not?
He was. Yeah, they played him all over. They played him on the outside in both spots. They played him in a little interior pass rush. And he was effective in it. I think I saw get a pretty good run stop up the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, an effective player. I mean, he's going to be a great addition to the team this year. An instant impact player.
I think that was one of the things that surprised me a little bit, was how much he stood out just in that very first game, because that's all we heard about was him as a rookie being raw and, maybe not quite ready for the NFL until next year. And he looked like he fit right out there with the rest of the guys.
Wasn't he a 3 or 4 year player at USC, though?
He was.
Okay, so you would think that having that much time playing college ball that you would be a little more polished coming out of college.
And I think that's what Pete Carroll said, that he had good coaching at USC, and that's really showed up for him.
Yeah,
being out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, let's move on to the next set of rookies in the 4th round. Will Dissly, Billy Bozeman. We got to see him get a catch.
Billy Bozeman, is that the name we're going with now?
Uncle Will? Either one?
I like Uncle Will.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know where it came from, but it just feels right.
Yeah.
Like, everybody wants an uncle like that, like Uncle Will. Yeah, he played a little professional football. He's big and, probably likes to light off fireworks and, go mudding. That feels like Will Dissly to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. He might be a guy that likes to go to wine bars and Broadway shows. I have no idea.
Well, I think you just have a little something against Bozeman, and so you want to.
I always have something against Bozeman. Exactly, stupid Bobcats. Place sucks.
Continuing on, let's talk about our 5th rounders, because And let's start with special teams with Michael Dixon.
Yeah.
Punter Michael Dixon out there for 3 punts.
3 punts?
Could you tell me which ones they were?
Yeah, except for no. Because I honestly didn't notice it. And I think that, being in the stadium and drinking beer and just kind of hanging out, like, I definitely did not watch the game with the kind of intensity that I do when I'm sitting at home.
Right.
I'm sure I would have definitely paid more attention to that if I was in front of my own TV. But I think that's a credit to Michael Dixon, right? The fact that the rookie went out there and had a couple punts, and I didn't even notice it for a second.
Right.
That means he's doing the job on a professional level, right?
Yeah, they split the duties equally. They each got 3 punts. Actually, Dixon was the only guy to have a punt inside the 20 in the preseason.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be pretty happy with him. You just said it a moment ago, before we got on the microphone. Let's enjoy the John Ryan experience while we're out here as much as we can.
Yeah, the last few moments of that, like, I'm literally looking at the Ginger Ninja right now, practicing his holding, a consummate professional. He'll be missed, man. It's a business decision, and I get it, and I really hope that he will latch on to another team where he performs well that's out of the division. And but yeah, just kind of soaking in the last little bit of John Ryan.
You don't think he's going to go down and for the Cardinals or something?
No, I hope not.
I feel like it's just like we're at the Richard Sherman thing all over again. He's going to go on with a team in the division and break our hearts.
Yeah, no, that can't happen. Not every ex-Seahawk needs to follow that pattern,
well,
okay?
I hope not.
Yeah. But yeah, Dixon performed well, and I mean, just the economics of it, it's a lot cheaper to pay a rookie 5th-round punter than it is a 12-year veteran, 14-year veteran in John Ryan?
He's been on the team
since 2008.
Since I think he was with the last year Holmgren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Think about that.
It's been a little while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. That's for sure. We've
done the show for 5 years, and that's gone by really fast.
Yeah, absolutely, it has. One of my favorite things while we're here at camp is watching the kickers and their practice. Because
all special teamers.
Especially the kickers and just the long snapper.
Yeah.
Like none of the other special teamers are hanging out with them. They just
the kicking special teamers.
Right, all they do they go out on their own field by themselves and walk around like John Ryan's just literally strolling around in circles like he might be stoned. I don't know. I mean, like, they just don't have a lot to do. I'm convinced that Sebastian Janikowski makes the easiest money in the world. I've just been watching him. Oh, he actually moved a little bit now, but he had just been standing with his arms crossed for a good 45 minutes. He hasn't done one thing.
Right. Myers has been the one out here practicing his kicks. I like how they narrow the uprights.
Yeah, just like the Arena League width. Yeah.
Make it a little tougher.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? That makes all the sense in the world, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because especially when you witness with Blair Walsh last year, he likes to aim at the uprights.
Right, yeah, because that makes sense.
And frequently miss to one side.
Right. Yeah, I'm stunned that's how that worked out. Just stunned.
We know it's going to be better this year, right?
Is it?
We saw Myers make a field goal.
That's true. It will definitely be better this year. Seabass is going to be a huge upgrade in the kicking game, which, it's funny that one of my free agents that I'm most excited about is the kicker.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
Yeah. But, I'm also the guy that when we were standing over on the opposite sidelines, like, offense was practicing, drills to the right, and I was fixated on the left where they were running offensive lineman drills and just watching Mike Solari work with the offensive line. That was fascinating to me because I'm that big of a football nerd, apparently.
Well, moving on, one guy that we haven't talked about yet, Shaquem Griffin. Out there all over the field, apparently made 4 tackles just in his first series out on the field. Dude was flying all over the place.
Sounds like he made 3 tackles before the game even started. Yeah. All over the field and also all over the media after the game. Boy, did they eat that up. But
it's a cool story. Of course they're going to eat that up.
I know.
You're so down on this.
No.
You want this to be like your special story. You have to share it with everybody.
No, I'm not trying to be selfish about this. I just want to treat Shaquem just like every other dude, right? Good game by a rookie and, fantastic.
Well, if you want to treat him a little like the other dudes, you can really say that he did get pushed around a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, he had some learning on the fly out there, no doubt about it. But he was flying.
Yes.
That was the cool part. Totally recognizable out there. He's a guy that is making an impression, and it's really fun to see. Just the overall effort level that he had out there, I think, was something that stood out to me.
And then, he wasn't the only rookie on defense that stood out. We talked about the defensive line, but we didn't talk about Jacob Martin, 6th-round pick.
Yeah, there's a reason, because I didn't notice anything that he really did. But I know he, by all accounts, played a good game.
He was in there at the end, too.
Yeah, I've yet to go back and rewatch this, on the TV copy. So maybe he'll stand out to me more then. But I know Pete mentioned him in his presser a couple times.
Trey Flowers, the other guy we haven't mentioned.
Yeah.
He was out there actually starting with the team.
You know what? I mean, just watching him out here today, too, that's a guy that I think has a real chance to be a difference maker on this team, in a year or two. He's really coming along, and he just has the prototypical Pete Carroll size. If he can put it all together, I mean, he's a monster out there. That would be an awesome combination, Shaquille and him, man on the outside. I think that could potentially be a really cool cornerback tandem.
And, when you're talking about corners, too, and second-year guys, Justin Coleman, looking at Pro Football Focus, the highest-graded defensive player, too, out there.
Really? From this last game?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, he was definitely a guy that stood out. And, defensive back is a position that we actually are fairly deep at, if you think about it. I know it's a lot of names that people are unfamiliar with because of the marquee names that were lost, this last season, and then also with Earl holding out. But there's a lot of talent there. And if they can put it together this year, it could be scary. This defense could be a lot better than people think.
And I'm going to make my way around here and talk to some of our fellow military Seahawkers and get their thoughts on the season coming up. All right, and we're out here on the berm with Augustine Haro, member of the military Seahawkers, out here enjoying training camp. Augustine, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks, Brandan.
How are you feeling about the Seahawks season?
Well, as a military guy, we learned modern armored combatives, which is like a sleeper hold. So we're about to put the rear naked choke on everybody out there. They want to talk about how the defense is different and how we lost all these players last year. Well, right now they're doing a thing, and being out here, what a gift to be on the practice field today. And defense is going to be there this year. So Seahawk fans, Seahawkers have nothing to worry about.
Now you're at the game on Thursday against the Colts. Any big takeaways from the game for you?
Well, first of all, it was a blessing to be in the clink. Big takeaways for me was Penny's move. He juked a few people for his 7-yard run. He did a nice spin move and a little stiff arm. And, sitting in those stands, being here, it's better than being at home.
Absolutely. Well, Augustine, I really want to thank you for being a part of our Military Seahawkers chapter. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
All right, out here on Military Appreciation Day at the VMAC and joined by a fellow military Seahawker, Jay Heiler. How you doing, Jay?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's good to be here.
Has the media attention, all that negative media attention about the Seahawks, has that got you down, or are you feeling relatively positive about this team this year?
Man, with the Hawks, I always have a lot of optimism. I mean, with this season, I'm kind of going in it without, with no expectations. I mean, with the turnover on the roster and on the coaching staff and everything, not really sure what to expect. We're only one preseason game in. But going into the season with a lot of optimism and just seeing what our new folks and the veterans can do to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, out of those new folks, are there any of those rookies that are particularly exciting to you?
Yeah, Will Disley for sure. UW alum myself, so I got to be excited for number 88. Definitely our number one, our first round draft pick, Penny. See how he works in that the running back group with Carson and the rest of the guys, and definitely Shaquem Griffin. His story's been blowing up all over. I want to see how it plays out for him.
Well, Jay, I appreciate you being a member of the Military Seahawkers, and thanks for coming on the show. Go Hawks!
Go Hawks!
All right, and walking up to the table, joining us, we got Armando Mejia with the Seahawks, with the community relations, and we're out here on Military Appreciation Day with the 62nd Airlift Wing from JBLM, and we got some veterans up on the hill. We got all services. I see all kinds of uniforms up there on the hill. How are you doing, Armando?
Good. How are you guys doing today? It's a nice hot day today.
It's a great day out here. You can't do this with a frown. This is one of those things that you just it's always a good time. And why don't you tell us, because you work for the Seahawks and you also were prior service. Tell us about that.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, first I wanted to say thank you to everyone overseas. Thank you for your service and your sacrifices on behalf of the Seahawks and the entire organization. But yes, I was in the military. I was 11 and a half years in the military, joined in 96, and I was stationed in Hawaii. I loved Hawaii for 4 years, and then I ended up down here, Pacific Northwest, which I thought was going to be sunny like Hawaii, but I was wrong.
I don't know why you thought that.
Yeah, I don't know. I was wrong, but yeah, and then I served 8 years here. Did a tour in Iraq for a few months. Got injured over there. Things happened down there, and went to school. Started working with Boys and Girls Clubs and a few other nonprofits, and I ended up here with the Seahawks, Community Engagement Assistant Director now. So
yes, congratulations.
Yeah. So I'm here, and one of my roles is military. I have a few other roles, but military on game day and in the community.
So really, when you have a military appreciation day like this, what goes into this for you to get folks out here and to kind of help get the military involved with the team in this way? Yeah,
so each year we have a military day during training camp. And as you can see on the patio, we have our 62nd Airlift Wing, which is our adopted unit. Each year we adopt a unit or a branch of service, and they get to be on the patio. And we also invite service members on the berm, but it takes a lot, everything going on today, a lot of planning with all the bases, and making sure, it's just like in the military, logistics, everything going on, and making sure we get everybody here on time. And for me, the most important thing is to make sure the service members and the veterans have a great time and have a good experience here. So that's the main goal for me and for the organizations. Let's make sure these guys have a great experience here. Everybody knows it's Military Day here today. The players know, everybody here. So I'm excited. I mean, I don't know if you see the tank. We got a Stewart tank over there. So we got a tank. We got cool stuff out here. But yeah, it's really cool.
Do they let you drive that over there?
I wish. But it works. It drove in here.
Yeah.
It works. So yeah. But yeah, excited. It's a lot of planning, and a lot of departments are involved, as well as planning for this. So yeah, we're excited today.
Well, I know from the Military Seahawkers perspective, thanks to you and thanks to Mike Flood, who get a lot of this together and hold the draft day parties, and I mean a lot of things that you guys do for the re-enlistment ceremonies. So before you go, any parting thoughts?
No, I just wanted to thank the Military Seahawkers. I mean, you guys are an amazing group. I'm part of that group, and anything that we can do, I know they go through you for any requests. But keep being in contact with you guys, and throughout the year we'll have events that we'll invite Military Seahawkers as well. And I mean, everybody talks about the Military Seahawkers left and right around here, what we can do for the Military Seahawkers. But we truly appreciate everything you guys do, especially you two here, to be able to come out here and do this. And hopefully, we get a player out here. Hopefully somebody comes over.
Yeah, well, we've been kind of lobbying for Will Disley, our fellow Montanan on the team.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So
yeah, hopefully somebody comes out
either
here.
him or Russell Wilson. I mean, either one would be cool.
Or Keenan Reynolds.
Oh, right, Lieutenant J.G. Reynolds.
Yes,
yeah,
Lieutenant J.G. Reynolds as well. So
former Navy quarterback.
Everybody's excited here. I mean, Coach, everybody knows. What's going on?
Yeah,
with the Military Day, and everybody appreciates it so much that we have our military here and our veterans and our wounded warriors as well that are here with their families.
Well, Armando, it only took us 212 episodes to get you on the show finally, and really appreciate you coming
212.
on. This is yes, exactly.
Yes,
it's a perfect one.
No, you guys do an amazing job. You guys you guys have been killing it left and right with this podcast. Everybody listens to it. I listen to it. I listen to it as well when I'm driving or at home. But yeah, Mike Flood, on behalf of Mike Flood too, thank you guys. You guys do an amazing job for the Military Seahawkers.
And check out militaryseahawkers.org if you want to join our military chapter, and seahawkers.org for everybody else.
Awesome. Hey, thank you guys. Take care. All
right, and sitting down with us here at Seahawks Training Camp, we got Lieutenant Reynolds, Keenan Reynolds, former Navy quarterback, now Seahawks wide receiver. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Little tired, a little sore. Off day coming up. I'm feeling good.
Hey, you had a preseason game on Thursday and got back out and had a couple days of practice since. How's it feeling?
I feel good. Ready to get back on the field again and this weekend and get another opportunity to play.
Why are you rocking 85, man? Have you not been able to get 19 from Tanner?
Well, he's a vet. He's been here, and that's just the number they gave me. So we're rolling with it right now.
That's all right. Yeah, the number. Now, you were the top FBS touchdown leader in NCAA. Now that you're a wide receiver, though, are you lobbying Pete to try and get some plays in a quarterback?
It's funny. Today I was walking to meetings and somebody asked who was the best quarterback on the team that wasn't a quarterback. And I just laughed and I was like, me? What do you mean? So, I'm always ready. The arm is always locked and loaded whenever needed.
Well, being a former quarterback and now playing wide receiver, this is something I've asked a few different pass catchers, and I've yet to have a good answer. Everybody talks about guys that run good routes, and I'm thinking being a former quarterback, you might be able to explain this a little better than some of the other pass catchers that I've asked. So let's take, for example, I always hear, well, it takes great footwork. Okay, great. Well, what does great footwork mean? Like, walk me through a good slant, let's say. What kind of footwork goes into that?
The thing that I've kind of learned, in my opinion, on good routes is not necessarily about the technique in and out of the route. At this level, pretty much everybody has good technique and get in and out of their breaks. And it's something that you obviously want to work on. But running good routes is just being able to run your route with the defense, knowing what coverage they're playing, run your route and know how to maneuver, stick, shift your way here or there to get open better. So I'd say a good route runner just has a way of getting open. A lot of times some of the best route runners aren't the fastest guys. They're not the most athletically gifted guys, but they just have a knack for knowing where the holes in the defense are, beating man coverage, setting their guy up to create separation. That's what it's all about.
So now as a receiver, when you're looking at the coverage across from you, are you reading that a little bit as you would as a quarterback, trying to think ahead that way, or is it already kind of pre-called in the huddle, or how does that work?
The way I look at it is I try to have a good understanding for the concept and the coverage we're looking for in said concept. So when I line up and I'm looking at the guy across from me and I'm take a picture of the whole defense, I'm trying to, am I going to be the main target here? Am I the number one guy here? Or am I going to be number 2 or 3 in the progression? And trying to make that assessment. It doesn't change the way I run my route per se, but at least I could turn my antenna on, okay, he's coming here first. I got to have a little more sense of urgency, be expecting the ball when you come out of your break. And that's kind of what the thought process is.
So obviously, we've talked about the conversion, but now you're coming in really your third year as a pro. What are your expectations for yourself now coming into year 3?
I just want to make it, I want to make it and I want to play. I want to be able to show what I know I can do.
Well, Navy quarterback Keenan Reynolds, and we got Military Appreciation Day out here at the VMAC today. What's that been like for you?
It's pretty awesome seeing all the men and women in uniform. Kind of upset I didn't see any Navy peeps.
They're over here. They want to see a former Navy. I'm a former Navy guy. They're hanging out over on the railings over there. They wanted you to come say hi, and it's hard to pick them out now because they changed. How we had the blue camo uniforms. Now they're in the green, so they kind of blend in with everybody else.
Oh, okay. See, I was wondering. I just seen a bunch of Air
Isn't that
Force
the point of camo?
I just seen a bunch of Air Force and Army. I was like, man, this is disappointing.
Yeah, they're out here. But yeah, man, this is. It's been great for you to join us here on the show. And anything else you want to say? We got a lot of military people listening. Anything you want to say to them before you go?
Just thankful for the service and everything that they do, and have a lot of respect for them. I have a lot of friends that are deployed or getting deployed, coming back from deployment. So I have a lot of respect for them. I kind of see a different side of it on the reserve side. So just hearing the stories from my good friends that are active, I know that it's not an easy job.
Well, we'll be looking for you in these coming preseason games, Keenan. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
And we are back and getting into the second half of the show, back in our good old Montana studios.
This is a kind of a disjointed pod in a way. I have a lot more newfound respect for all the folks who broadcast live from the VMAC.
Yeah.
and I'm sure you all can tell, but it is difficult to maintain your train of thought with just different people walking by and things going on in front of you and players in and out and just I don't know. It was a struggle for me.
I don't understand. Well,
there's too many shiny things. Apparently, yeah.
There's Russell Wilson throwing passes. Oh, there's Seabass not paying attention, right. And
Brock Ewer just walked by. And look, God, Tyrone Swoops needs to get some longer shorts. Yeah. It's just tough.
Oh, you were all over the shorts, dude. Whether it was shorts or dudes wearing leggings.
I'm fine with the leggings. Just do shorts over the leggings, and that's fine.
But they have to be long shorts because you're commenting on how short the guy's shorts were in addition to the leggings.
Right. The leggings made it better somehow. But even still, just slightly above the knee. Just slightly above the knee.
All shorts.
Below.
That's your shorts comfort length.
That's the appropriate short length. Other than that, you're showing way too much thigh, John Stockton.
Yeah.
How
did you watch basketball when you were a kid?
Well,
you just dealt with it because that's what reality was at that time?
Well, it was basically, Jordan comes along and the Fab Five comes along early 90s, right? And that's when I kind of first started watching ball when it came to basketball. And so then the longer short, and it went too far with the super baggy shorts, right?
Yeah.
Where they were turning into capris, Iverson, those guys. And so it wasn't too bad. And I've watched Stockton. I love Stockton because he was just he was your dad out there playing.
Yeah.
He just looked like, a regular dude. And I like that. He was tough. He didn't say anything. Just busted people up. Just doing John Stockton things. So it was, it was still okay. I mean, I kind of respected it as a throwback. But these guys trying to bring it back? No.
You have a big problem with this. I don't know. I don't understand it.
I don't need to see that much man thigh, dude. That's what it boils down to. And you don't either.
Don't tell me what I need and don't need.
You don't need more man thigh in your life.
I mean, it's not something I'm craving, but it doesn't bother me.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you need it. I'm trying to save you from that, from being exposed.
I appreciate that.
And for them being exposed. A lot of exposure.
Well, it was a good time out there, though.
Having exposure to yet another training camp was really fun. Just hanging out around where the media hangs out was cool. Just seeing some of the media personalities just kind of doing their thing.
Yeah, they're normal dudes.
That was kind of cool. Yeah. I didn't really go up and talk to anybody because I'm just, and dudettes, whatever. I didn't go up and talk to nobody because, they're like, who the hell are these guys? Doesn't much matter. But they set us up with their own table. It was cool.
Yeah, right next to the ESPN table. It was fun.
Yeah, it was cool. Watching John Clayton, just
do his thing over there.
Yeah, talk 6 feet from us.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Yeah. See, we had to concentrate on recording our show while he was recording or broadcasting his show.
It was a fun experience. Going to the game was a fun experience. I wish the timing had worked out better getting back from the peninsula to get to the game earlier so I could have spent more time with, some of the guys that were there.
Yeah.
That would have been cooler. But, at least being able to shake the hands of, just like Flocktimus and, just all the dudes. That was cool.
Yeah, I wish I would have had a little bit more time, too. My kids were so pooped out by the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, making that a family trip was, it made it it definitely split your attention.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it hard to watch the game, too. How do you take kids to a football game? Because they're I want popcorn. I need to go to the bathroom.
It was hard for you watching the game because Fant goes out there, first play, gets olayed. I'm like, George Fant's in, he's doing Fant things, and gets olayed. And I tap you on the shoulder, I tell you that, and you're like, yeah. And one of the kids was trying to open a pop or something. I don't know. Yeah. But you're like, yeah, it was tough.
So there you go, parents. Think about that.
Yeah. Think about your joy before you think about your kid's joy. Right. Go by yourself.
It's an important tip.
Yeah, pro tip right there.
All right, Adam, well, what do you say we get into thanking some new members of the flock and some flock members who gave us a raise this past week?
I would love that because I was really looking forward to being all right, post-game shows. We got there. Tell me we got there.
We're 20 people away. Now, we couldn't say that we got there by 2:12, but we're close. I'm feeling it.
So I'm kind of feeling that 20's awful close. Mm-hmm. And that's a good push. And all these new members that you're about to tell us about, who are awesome, by the way, maybe we should just start doing this.
Maybe we should.
I think you guys have put in the effort. It's close enough.
We're giving close enough. See, now when my kids, like when they clean their room and they don't do it all the way, like, do I give them their entire allowance or do I hold a little bit back? And are we encouraging behavior now necessarily that we shouldn't be? Like, don't clean your room all the way?
All right. So maybe we do it like this. Maybe we just do a preseason game here, one of them.
Yeah.
We'll do a post game, give you all a little taste of how freaking cool that would be.
Uh-huh.
And maybe that'll motivate an extra 20.
I like that.
I think that's a plan. Let's do that.
Okay.
All right. We'll put it out to everybody. Free to all.
All right. Well, let's thank some folks here, starting with John Wondrak. Switched over to PayPal. He's in at $12.29 a month, which on top of the $12.12 up to $12.29 is a raise in itself. But going from Patreon to PayPal, the subscription, that bumps it up too. So appreciate that, John. And I see a little love for Earl with the 29 amount at the end.
Yeah. Did they... You ended up... So our friend Stephanie took a picture of a little girl at the game that was a few rows below us wearing a pink Earl Thomas jersey. And instead of the name, it said, "Pay me," on the back. So instead of Thomas, it said, "Pay me."
Yeah, that went out to our Twitter account. I put that out.
Yeah. You tweeted that at Earl, and I was very disappointed that it didn't even get a like.
Earl, I would think Earl would like that.
I thought that was cool. Like, whatever, man. That's fine. What else is he doing? He's not at camp. Needs to be liking tweets.
It's the least he could do.
Right. But thank you, John.
Also in through PayPal, we got Martin Hinkelman in at $12. And like I said, if you want to just do the one-time deal for the whole year, like Martin did, I'm putting that number, I'm counting that toward the 300.
Correct. Well, hell yeah, because Martin came through, man.
And then we have our folks who went to getintheflock.com, running down the list here, starting with Edgar Tornero. Welcome to the flock, Edgar, in for $1.
Right on, man. See, like, even $1 thrills me.
Oh, yeah. It gets us one closer to 300.
Exactly.
Harry
Thank
Isles,
you, Edgar.
in for $3. Welcome to the flock, Harry.
I like that last name, Isles. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but...
well, yeah.
Because the capital I next to an L, it looks like two small L's.
Correct.
Always throws me off.
Yeah, so Isles like islands, right? Like the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like grocery store aisles.
Correct.
So congratulations to Harry for having the cooler aisle for a last name.
Got Mason St. Marie in for $3. Stickers.
Sweet.
And the Pick'em League.
Which stickers are you going to be sending out, man? Are you sending out the older, the little larger one, or the little smaller ones?
No, the small ones are for training camp.
Oh, okay. Because those are kind of dope.
Yeah. If you go to training camp, you can get the small ones up at the Seahawkers table.
Correct. Yeah.
I send the larger ones out in the mail.
Okay. Cool. Well, they're both sweet.
Yeah.
So
I just don't have any of the smaller ones. I sent them the whole batch of small ones to training camp.
Sweet. Well, he'll be getting some of those.
Mike Johns in at $5. I think Mike came back from the offseason because that name sounds familiar.
It absolutely does.
So, Mike, welcome back. Max in for $12.12. Max, welcome to the flock.
Well, hello, Max. $12.12.
$12.12.
That's solid. Ring of Honor status.
Yeah, I think I need to send him his Ring of Honor invite too. I'm way behind after our trip out to Seattle.
I'm sure everybody understands, including Max, but we can't wait to have you amongst us, man. Thank you.
Jared Kelly in for $1. Welcome to the flock, Jared.
I don't trust Jared's.
It's Jared with a J, though, so it's the cool way to spell it.
Oh, yeah, that's way better than our buddy Jared with a G.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
You're way cooler than him on 5 levels, Jared. Good, Jared.
Brian Shaw in at $12.12 says, love you guys and love the show. Do a Google search for my Seahawks Tesla. Beast mode Tesla.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That sounds sweet because one thing I noticed on our trip out there, I saw a lot of Teslas bombing around, and that was very cool to me.
Yeah, and if you do a search for it, especially a Google image search, it's a Tesla. It has the lime green wheels.
That sounds solid.
It has a 12 on the side, and then it has kind of the blue strip down the middle. The windows look like they're actually tinted blue rather than black.
I didn't even know that was an option.
I don't know either. Maybe it just looks this way in my picture, but. It's and see, you and Brian are on the same wavelength as far as your Elon Musk love goes too.
Well, yeah, because he's cool, and I'd like to pretend he's the same Brian Shaw that played in the NBA.
I don't know about that.
I'm sure it is.
You think?
No. Oh, dude, that looks sharp. Because sometimes some of the Seahawks cars like get a little weird.
Yeah,
this one looks good.
I don't know if I've seen too many bad looking Seahawks cars though. Did you see that?
A couple.
Did you see the Seahawks bike that someone posted in our Ring of Honor group?
Oh no, I haven't been on Facebook in a long time.
Oh, you gotta check it out. Yeah, I tagged you.
What kind of bike is it?
Don't ask me those kind of questions.
Well, I mean, is it like a street bike?
It's one
is
with
it a
2 wheels.
Bike? All right. Does it have whatever? It don't make no never mind.
It looks. I guess it looks more dirt bike-ish than it does. I don't know.
So it's like a dual sport?
Dude, I don't even know what that means. That's why I tagged you in it, so you can go look at it yourself.
All right, I'll do the Facebook thing. I've been avoiding Facebook.
I just knew you'd like it because it's a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, welcome to the flock, Brian, and welcome to the flock to Alex Gilsdorf in for 3.
Oh, right on. Thank you, Alex. I hope you enjoy your stickers.
Yeah, I'm going to work on getting the Pick'em League set up by the end of this week. So the next show, I should have a link to it, and it'll all be set up. So that way we have some time for folks to get acclimated and get their picks in for week 1.
Right. Do you think Alex has already thought of his team name?
I don't know. I don't know about Alex, but I do know about a lot of our folks that are. We went with one of the pools that we were testing out, and I'm seeing some good names already.
Perfect.
But Alex better be thinking about it.
Yeah, I know he is.
And a thank you to Alexander Ernst for giving us a raise.
Dude, thanks, man.
Up to 3.
That's inspiring.
See, you got a little, a little pissy last week with your tactics.
Was it pissy?
I don't know. I was trying to think of the word, and that was the only word that came to me.
It was a little crusty.
Crusty.
Yeah,
you were a little crusty last week.
I just tried something new. Yeah. I was just channeling my inner mom. My mom's great at the guilt, and I thought I'd give it a try on the listeners and see if that hopefully it didn't damage any psyches. But
how about we try a little negotiation this week, because next week's show will be our last scheduled advertisement for who knows how long.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the advertisements, man.
I get kind of, I don't know, they're a pain.
They kind of are a pain. And I don't know. It just doesn't feel super worth it. I'd rather just have people be like, you guys are cool, here's a couple bucks and it's worth my time.
Right.
Yeah,
I get value from what you provide to me. This is what I feel like it's worth. And we're good.
And we're good. And I just like that better.
Not saying we'll never take advertisements, but it's we're really super picky about it.
Yeah, and then on top of that, it does make you sound a little more official when you have an advertisement.
That's true.
There is that. Now, honestly, that was my bigger motivation with it. Yeah. But I'm not sure I care that much anymore.
No. It's extra work.
Yeah. Catfish! We're not doing it for a while. We've oscillated on this 10 times throughout. I know. 5 years.
It'd be okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a break.
Yeah.
So executive decision. We made it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Welcome to the inner workings of the Seahawkers pod right here. These are how the big decisions are made on the show.
Right here. Screw it. I'm tired of it.
I don't know. Do you want it?
No.
Done.
Maybe that'll help us get over 20.
I want a beast mode Tesla now.
Do you?
I'm not going to lie. This car's super sick.
Where's Brian at? We need to figure out how we get a ride in that thing for you.
Dude, yeah. I would totally nerd out over his Tesla. Yeah.
Find Brian's address.
Dude, Brian can make a killing being an Uber driver with that thing in Seattle.
Okay, Brian's down in Texas.
Less of a killing there, I think.
So,
But
when's the next game against Dallas? In Dallas?
I don't know. I'm sure I'll beat Arkansas again sooner rather than later.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not far from Texas. I've thought about bopping over and going and see, like, you know, a game there in Jerry World.
I would like it.
Yeah.
There's 3 places that I really want to hit in the next few years. I want to hit the Rams' new stadium.
Nope. That's a hard pass for me. I don't care.
Now, when the new stadium opens up, that'll be a good time.
Do you think I could publicly urinate on it somewhere?
See, if the Seahawks and Rams play in week 1 and we can dominate them in their own building in their opening game, I would want to be at that game.
That would be cool.
I kind of want to go to a game in Arizona because that's like a home field advantage for us.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of reasons to be in Arizona.
Why are you poo-pooing all my ideas, man?
Well, just because I hate those teams. This isn't about your idea. This is about the teams that play those
And
stadiums.
I want to see Dallas' stadium.
Yeah, I want to see that. See, for me, Lambeau,
yeah.
I want to go to Lambeau.
That one's hard to get to.
Like, physically get there or just get the tickets to get in there?
Well, the tickets to get in is one thing, but flying to Green Bay from Montana, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think you have to make 3 different transfers.
Well, I'm sure you do. That's why you just
It was cheaper for us to fly to London than it is to fly to Green Bay.
Yeah, that's why you just, like, take the train or something.
Catfish! I guess. We'll go to getintheflock.com. You can think of it like a subscription to Sports Illustrated, except for the annual swimsuit issue. Adam just sends nudes.
You know, I don't just send nudes. What I do is I send pictures of myself in those stupid techno shorts.
Okay, people might be in now.
Okay.
I also like to think that we offer a little more value than a subscription to Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. Because this is like content actually targeted, you know, specifically a team you're interested in.
Sports Illustrated doesn't care about you.
Not particularly.
Or the Seahawks.
I care about all of our little flockers.
Getintheflock.com. Well, let's move on to some email. Tony in Deutschland. Hey guys, just wanted to say thank you. Every time you drop an episode, it makes my day. Greetings from a member of the German Seahawkers. We grow every day and support our Hawks with all we got. Oh, and Adam is so adorable when he tears our rivals apart. You two are the best. Go Hawks.
Aw, thanks, man. See, not everybody thinks I'm a jerk when I rip the opponent.
No, it's good. Alari from Marysville writes in, said, I just heard Adam's Do Better from episode 211, and I disagree. I don't think that Do Better belongs to Apple. It belongs to Adam for buying anything but that catfish company in the first place.
I mean, I get where he's coming from, but all my crap is Apple just because I was in photography for so long that, like, it all connects. It all connects.
Yeah.
So, like, I got to stick with it. And I don't want to switch and have to buy all sorts of different chargers and all that nonsense, you know?
It's not that hard.
It is that hard. That's extra money I shouldn't have to spend.
That's what, and he goes on, says, the fact that he's complaining about Apple making phones too big to actually work as phones and for creating a problem so that they can charge you more or force you to buy some other adapter, that's been Apple's whole business plan for the last 8 years at least.
So he agrees. So he agrees.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Do better and buy an Android phone.
Yeah, I don't know. That Android stuff is sketch too.
Yeah. I don't like the App Store for the Android phones.
No, I don't either. Because I use it on my tablet and it's like, meh.
And there's a ton more crap in there.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just no good solutions.
No.
Yeah.
You have to, and see, you didn't even take my solution to go and get the Apple SE. There were Verizon stores out in Seattle.
Yeah, so I bought it at not like just the regular Verizon store. It's like a distributor of Verizon.
Oh, there. Yep. Okay. There's your other mistake.
Yep. Well, I make all sorts of mistakes. Sometimes I do dumb things. We've covered this on the podcast extensively. And then not only that, but then while we were at training camp, because I thought about still going back and trying to take it back.
Yeah.
When we got back.
Oh, you dropped it in the one piece of concrete when we were standing on the grass.
Yeah, exactly. There's like one little like border of concrete that goes like around the end zone, like I don't know, 5
Why is it
yards
even
from the
there?
back of the end zone. And like they loft a pass to the end zone, and I'm like going to pick it up and take a quick picture, because I was like, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
And then, did the classic, like, old man, white dude fumble. And, like, just, like, bounces off my hands, and it hits the one, and it cracked the back.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, because I'm an idiot.
Well, at least it was the back and not the front.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm surprised it didn't shatter the whole thing.
I'm just a moron, dude.
Those things are just made out of, like...
Dude, it hit pretty hard. The fact that it didn't go into, like, 5,000 pieces, I'm kind of impressed.
That concrete came out of nowhere, though. Grass everywhere else.
Dude, I couldn't. I was like, wait, what? No way. Really? But that's the Emirates bounce right there.
There it is. Well, if you can drop it a few more times, maybe you can get the SE and...
on my replacement?
Your replacement.
Awesome. What a great plan.
Well, from Alari's Do Better to our own Do Betters this week.
Yeah.
On to Do Better and Better at Life.
He's going to agree with my Do Better this week.
I know exactly where I'm going with my Do Better this week.
Bring it.
It's for everybody who has gone to online reporting instead of actually talking to a human being. I parked my car in the parking lot in Seattle and went into the mall, went in to get dinner, came out. Somebody had bumped into the back of my car, put a good sized basketball sized dent right in the bumper.
That was some BS, too.
I know. But so then I have to, I call my insurance company immediately there in the parking lot because I'm not a professional insurance report filer because I think the last time I did it was 10 years ago.
Dude, I used to work insurance. You didn't even ask me.
Yeah, I know. What do you want me to do?
That was by design, dickhead. Is that what you wanted to say? Okay. So anyway, so you call them up.
So I call them up and they're like, oh, we want you to submit via our online forum. Let us text you the link. Okay, whatever. So I figure, well, this must not be too urgent. I'll just drive back to the house, drive back, do their report, fill it out online. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should file a police report because it was, technically hit and run. Mm-hmm. So I go to the Seattle PD page, trying to find a phone number. Can't find a phone number anywhere. Mm-hmm. If you had an accident, fill out our online form. So I got to fill out another online form for that with the Seattle PD.
Couldn't just talk to a person.
I couldn't just talk to a person. And I have so many questions because, like I said, it's been 10 years since I've had any kind of traffic incident.
Right.
To where I need to submit stuff to my insurance. So I have questions, but yet I have nobody to talk to get an answer. No. And on the Seattle PD one, they don't leave a place for your phone number. They don't leave a place for an email.
Oh, because that they're totally going to follow up on your deal. Of course I didn't.
Yeah, of course not.
I don't know.
Well, how would they know to get back in touch with me?
I need to ask the police, like, I had my portrait studio broken into once, right?
Yeah.
Somebody threw a rock through the glass door, stole the big screen out of the lobby. And I was like, all right, so, like, I'm expecting some CSI nonsense or something. Like, I can get out, like a kit and everything. They're like, can't fingerprint rocks. Guess we'll look at the pawn shops here or there, maybe. Have a good day. Thanks, Missoula Police Department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like there's something more that could be done.
So for online reporting.
For everybody going from talking to actual humans to online reporting, when I had a wrecked report 10 years ago, I could talk to somebody. Now I can't. Mm-hmm. Do better.
No. Yeah, do better for sure. Your agent should have picked up the phone.
Yeah.
You know what? If you wanted to save yourself a lot of hassle, you called your agent and been like, this just happened. I got video. I'll email it to you. Handle it.
Like Tom Cruise?
No.
Jerry Maguire, my agent?
Your insurance agent.
Oh, well, who's it? I don't have an insurance agent.
Who's your insurance agent? Whoever you went in and bought insurance off of.
It's through Geico.
Oh, well, there you go. See, if you work with a local dude.
Oh, yeah? They take care of that stuff?
Yeah, I did. I was an insurance agent. That's exactly your job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I need to look into that.
Exactly.
I need a human to work with here. Maybe I'm just getting old. I need to talk to somebody.
No, that's reasonable. Form. That's not getting old. That's just reasonable.
Okay.
All right. Well, speaking of dumb humans, though, let us focus my do better on Arizona Cardinals general manager Steve Keim.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that knucklehead.
He needs more do better?
Oh, man. He needs a huge do better. So apparently on July 4th, Steve Keim gets liquored up, schmammered, is driving around, gets stopped at a checkpoint, blows .193, more than twice the legal limit.
That's pretty high.
That's real high. He's rich, okay? There is never an excuse to drive drunk when you're rich because you can just call somebody, whether that's Uber, a taxi, your mom, whoever, and they'll give you a ride because you got money. Like, there's no excuse. None. Even if you're poor, there's really no excuse. Especially when you're rich. Like, so he's out there driving around twice the legal limit. Here's the freaking irony of all this. Remember Malcolm Floyd?
Yeah.
He was charged with extreme DUI. Malcolm Floyd. That led to his release from the Arizona Cardinals.
Right.
Guess what Steve Keim just got charged with?
Extreme
DUI. DUI. So what happens to him? Does he get released? No. He's going to pay $200,000. So a ride would have been a lot cheaper to start with, right?
Sure.
But he's going to pay $200,000 in a fine, and they suspended him for 5 weeks.
Right.
That is freaking weak sauce. Okay? So right now he is under suspension. Guess how much everybody's heard about this story? About 0%. This has been swept under the rug. So Steve Keim, you stupid catfish, do better. You're risking people's lives out there, dude.
I thought everybody had heard about this story.
Well, how many people have you heard talking about it?
Well, we talked about it on our Cardinals Know Your Rival show.
Well, I wasn't really involved in that one, so.
That's okay. What, didn't Floyd have to wear like an ankle monitor and couldn't leave the state or something crazy like that?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. So we'll see what happens to Stevie.
He should just have to stay home for all the home games.
What a jerk.
Good. Arizona deserves it.
My better at life than Skip Bayless this week is for the little RV park campground out in Forks, Washington.
This is back-to-back RV parks is your better at life?
Back-to-back? What is this at? What, the first wasn't an RV park.
Oh.
Or was the last one?
Wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was a KOA. Yeah, last week it was. Fine. I don't care. I think I'm into RV life. I think this is working for me. It was just cool. They're just starting it up. I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember nothing. We just were like going all around trying to find a place just to, camp out for the night. And one place was like, oh no, you can go here. And they like drew us a sketchy little map on the back of an envelope. And like we rolled in and I was like, I don't know about this, man. And like, young girl just trying to get it going and started. It was a really cool place, really cool people. Had, great trees and great places and nice picnic tables and cool bathrooms and like the whole thing. It was super nice for like $20 a night. It was money. And so to the RV park that I don't remember the name of, you are better at life than Skip Bayless.
A ringing endorsement of RV parks.
It was cool.
If you're an RV park, just use Adam's endorsement now.
We should take advertisements for RV parks. That's what we should be doing.
You know what? We might get there.
Yeah.
My better at life this week is for Sierra for standing up for her husband, Russell Wilson.
No, did she go to bat for her man?
Yeah. Page6.com has the article with the headline, Sierra swears Russell Wilson is cool.
You can be cool and a dork all at the same time, and that's kind of who he is.
Well, and that's kind of her point. And she posted on Instagram saying cool is in the eye of the beholder. What are some qualities you see as cool? And she wrote that alongside 11 attributes that she thought makes a guy cool.
Well, she needed to write 12, but okay, 11 was cool.
I know. I feel like she came up a little bit short, but it came after rapper Slim Thug called Wilson a corny dude in an interview. So,
because he is a corny dude.
I don't know if I'd call him corny, but he's kind of dorky.
Corny. Yeah, like I feel it. Like it's fine.
Yeah. And Thug said, he's just a corny dude. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't gonna say corny because that's hating, but he's just like a square.
Well, hard for me to take anything seriously from somebody who calls himself Thug.
Slim Thug.
Oh, Slim Thug. Cool, dude.
I kind of hoping it's ironic name. I don't see a picture of him here.
It better be.
Like if he's Slim Thug, but he's like 350.
Or he's like legitimately like $110. and but pretending to be hard like a thug.
That would be the other ironic way to go.
But Sierra wasn't having it. She was.
I like it. I like that Sierra's standing up for Russell Wilson, putting it out there on Instagram. Sierra, better at life than Skip Bayless.
All right, this is the crap I hate talking about, but I will say they actually seem like a cool couple.
They do.
Like they seem to match well.
Yeah,
give him credit.
And look at how far he's come. As far as the way he dresses, like he's stepped up his game.
I guess he's a little preppy for me, but that's fine.
Yeah,
but I'm a dirtbag, so.
Yeah, you pick up the balled up shirt that was left on the floor from the day before, and you rock that.
Smell it?
Yeah, still good. Yep.
I don't know.
Here we go.
I didn't go, ugh, so I'll put it on.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I didn't either.
See, and if I would expect your wife to come to your defense if she needed to.
Woman. She's a good woman. She's good for us. So I'm happy for them.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
And with that,
there's only one thing left to say.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Oh no, it's the flute. It's the techno flute song.
Jamarco. Yeah, techno flute song. This is
cool.
Appropriate for when we're starting.
I'm having a real problem with this. There's been too many shorts that are not the appropriate length that I've observed here in camp. I'm going to see if I can pull a lot of these guys aside and get this remedied.